Hello students, welcome to the lecture on typical characteristic of WCM companies, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain world-class manufacturing, understand how to create the world-class company, discuss on key performance indicators KPI, explain the concept of Six Sigma, describe optimized production technology OPT, explain the habits of world-class manufacturing. Let's start with the concept of typical characteristic of WCM companies. Manufacturing has evolved considerably since the advent of Industrial Revolution. In current global and competitive age, it is very important for organizations to have manufacturing practice which is lean, efficient, cost-effective and flexible. World-class manufacturing is a collection of concepts which set standards for production and manufacturing for another organization to follow. Japanese manufacturing is credited with pioneering in concept of world-class manufacturing. World-class manufacturing was introduced in the automobile, electronic and steel industry. World-class manufacturing is a process-driven approach where various techniques and philosophy are used in one combination or other. Some of the techniques are as follows: make to order, streamlined flow, smaller lot sizes and collection of parts. Let us now discuss the world-class manufacturing. The term world-class manufacturer is popularly used to denote a standard of excellence, best of the best manufacturers at the international level. It came into prominence following the 1986 publication of World-Class Manufacturing. World marketplace events during the 1970s and 1980s caused competition to grow to such an intense level that many firms were forced to re-examine their concept of manufacturing strategy, especially in terms of the trade-offs among four competitive priorities: cost, quality, delivery of services, and flexibility. Managers began to realize that no longer had to make these trade-offs but could instead compete on several competencies. Some of those excited by the concept describe it as capturing the breadth and the essence of the fundamental changes taking place in larger industrial enterprises with their overriding goal and underlying mindset of continuous and rapid improvement. Others describe it as the culmination of the relentless pursuit of competitive excellence. Level 1. Business and Operations Strategy. All world-class manufacturers have an explicit, formal manufacturing mission. Within this mission is the operating goal to become world-class. They use competitive information to establish organizational goals and objectives, which they communicate to all members of the enterprise. They regularly assess the appropriateness of these objectives to attaining and maintaining world-class status. Level 2. Organization design, human resources, technology, and performance measurement. The following subdivision discuss how organization design, human resources, technology, and performance measurement factor into an organization effort to become a world-class manufacturer. Organization design world-class manufacturers integrate all elements of the manufacturing system in such a way that the needs and wants of its customers are satisfied in an effective, timely and manner. This requires the commitment and the expenditure of effort and resources by all elements within the system to ensure their proper integration. This commitment extends to outside elements as well as the world-class manufacturer encourages and motivates its suppliers and vendors to become co-equals with the other elements of the manufacturing system. Human resources. World-class manufacturers recognize that employee involvement and empowerment are critical to achieving continuous improvement in all elements of the manufacturing system. The continuity of organizational development and renewal comes primarily through the involvement of the employee. World-class companies invest comparatively more in their relationship with their workers, providing significantly more training than their competitors. Technology. A great deal of emphasis is placed on technology, equipment, and processes by those trying to attain world-class status. World-class manufacturers view technology as a strategic tool for achieving and maintaining their world-class status. A high priority is placed on the discovery, development, and timely implementation of the most relevant technology available and the identification and support of those who can communicate and implement this technology. Performance measurement. World-class manufacturers recognize the importance of measurement in defining the goals and performance expectations for their organization. They routinely adopt or develop the appropriate performance measurements needed to interpret and quantitatively describe the criteria used to measure the effectiveness of their manufacturing system and its interrelated components. Level 3. Information System Management, Direction and Operation Capabilities. The following discuss how information system management, direction and operation capabilities factors into an organization effort to become a world-class manufacturer. Information system. World-class manufacturer require world-class information system for collecting, processing and disseminating data and for providing the feedback mechanism that is necessary for meeting their objective. Management direction. Management is responsible for directing the manufacturing organization's journey to world-class status and for creating an organizational culture committed to all that is needed for achieving continuous improvement. Operation capabilities. World-class manufacturers are concerned with whether their operation system have the ability to meet design specification rather than with evaluating the quality and quantity of products after the fact. Level 4. Quality. World-class manufacturers place an emphasis on quality. Firms in this category are usually in advanced state of TQM implementation, continually seeking to enhance their business. Now moving on to the next topic, we will study about creating a world-class company. The following describe the initial components to create a world-class company. We begin with resource management, the management of resources to differentiate the company from competition. This is followed by the second part, which is forecasting the future enterprise inventory requirements. This is not just about the forecasting methodology, but also integration and collaboration within the value chain. Step 1. Resource management. The global competition is changing for the entire set of business paradigms. Today's companies need to be more competitive, flexible, innovative and lean because of increased global competition. It is not a privilege to make a profit today. It is an expectation of stakeholders, employees, banks, government and suppliers. The iMac was the first computer that looked friendly and came in bright, vivid colors. This simple change brought about the start of Apple's great growth pattern. The popular belief is that if Apple would have waited an additional year, they would have been doomed. Step 2. Forecasting the future enterprise inventory requirements, vendor managed inventory. Vendor managed inventory VMI is an agreement between the supplier and the retailer of merchandise. The retailer must give the usages on hand and on order information to the supplier so that they can take full responsibility for maintaining the retailer's inventory. The savings of EDI. Electronic data interchange EDI is used to transfer electronic documents or business data from one computer system to another computer system. In the following explanation, data is exchanged from one trading partner to another trading partner without human intervention.
What is the biggest problem on earth for many people? It is this one, an empty wallet. Empty wallet means no money. No money means misery. Misery for the whole family. No education for children, lies, etc.
Modern society is one that values consumerism, with people wanting the latest clothes and technology, while at the same time struggling with daily essentials like food, bills, and rent. This preoccupation with money, coupled with the challenges of daily living, may lead to stress, which may lead to tension and sickness. Of course, life is not all about money, but we have to admit that money does make life easier and to an extent more fulfilling. The average salary of employees is just enough for them to live hand to mouth.
Is there any solution for this big problem? Yes, of course there is a solution. The best solution is for you to take your own future in hand, meaning to start your own business.
To generate money, one must create value for others. One way to create value that other people will appreciate is to develop a business. But for many people, developing a business is difficult, as it normally involves high investments.
At DLA Naturals, we believe firmly everybody is capable to do business. Business doesn't mean to manage a big activity. You can scale the business to your own needs.
Being a young businessman, I have to encourage all the young people like me to jumpstart their own business, as this has too many advantages. To be your own boss, a seal in cooperation with others, and to gain freedom and all the needs, but not only for you, but for your family as well.
Working in the DLA company has taught me the importance of having an objective in life.
You need to write exactly what are your goals, what do you want to achieve. Let's take an horizon of 5 years. You really need to write it on paper and read it every day. To create your team of excellence, meaning you need to find around you people that you can trust and can give you advices on how to develop your business. You need to make your plan and follow it in action. And finally, don't forget that you need to save money. You need to save at least 20% of your income. This will help you to grow your business.
Health and wellness is an ever-growing field, with more cures and preventive medicines being discovered yearly, and with more people becoming conscious about their health. This is where we come in. DLA Naturals Incorporated is a multinational corporation engaged in the manufacturing and distribution of food ingredients and healthcare products. Our operations are segmented into 5 business activities, namely food ingredients, beverages, aromatherapy products, beauty care products, and food supplements. Our philosophy is centered on delivering natural, quality products at excellent prices.
We believe that the healthcare and wellness area is one of the most promising markets today. Every year it's growing by 2 digits. In DLA Naturals, you can combine a business where you can win more money and answer this problem of health.
Pangatlong araw nung ako'y nag-take ng spirulina, so doon ko nakita at naramdaman na ako'y ihing-ihi pero may parang lalabas na kung ano na hindi ko malaman. At pagkatapos ng ako'y lumabas yung bato na yon, napakasarap ng aking pakiramdam.
Dati po ay high blood ako na from 180 to 200 ang BP ko. Pero mula nung mag-take ako ng spirulina, napansin ko na bumababa ito na hindi ko na kailangan mag-take ng mga medicine na maintenance ko for the month.
We offer you the best means to reach all the goals you want in life and help you become the best that you can be by offering you the chance to take charge of your health and your ability to make money. The difference is DLA Naturals is a producer, not a marketer or trader. We specialize in healthcare and wellness products developed and produced in our own factories. With DLA Naturals, you can combine health and wealth by developing your own business. So, as long as you are willing to put time, effort, work, and passion into building your business, there is a big chance for long-term success.
Let us now know the meaning of Key Performance Indicators, KPI. Key Performance Indicators, also known as KPI or Key Success Indicator, KSI, help an organization define and measure progress toward organizational goals. What are the Key Performance Indicators, KPI? Key Performance Indicators are quantifiable measurements agreed to be beforehand and that reflect the critical success factors of an organization. They will differ depending on the organization. Key performance indicators reflect the organizational goals. An organization that has as one of its goals to be the most profitable company in our industry will have key performance indicators that measure profit and related fiscal measures. Pre-tax profit and shareholder equity will be among them. Key performance indicator must be quantifiable. If a key performance indicator is going to be of any value, there must be a way to accurately define and measure it. Generate a more repeat customer is useless as a KPI without some way to distinguish between new and repeat customer.
Hi Sandy, good morning.
Hi Mandy, good morning.
I came to you to discuss about my KPI ratings.
Okay, tell me what can I do for you?
I am not satisfied with the rating I got under the head of customer interview rating. I thought I did well, but I go only proficient.
Okay, so for which projects did you work for in this year?
I worked for 3 projects for the customers Swift, Drift and Thrift. They all appreciated my work a lot. I got several client appreciation mails.
Great. But did you document the same on the tool?
No, I thought my managers anyways knows about them. I thought that it's more of their responsibility. Besides, I did not want to boast of my achievements.
Mandy, you see, managers have several tasks to perform on any given day, and it's possible that they forget a few things about their subordinates. And this is not boasting.
Ah. I got your point. So documentation is the key. I will ensure I put all the points in greater detail in the tool.
Yes, you are right. I would also suggest to keep putting the details on the tool at regular basis. Pushing it for last few days might mean that you forget a few good points.
You are right, Sandy. Let me do it right away. Thanks a ton.
You are most welcome. Happy appraisals.
Six Sigma is a methodology of implementing a highly successful project or producing a high quality product or service using techniques and principles that ensure excellence. The Six Sigma methodology incorporates many years of studying best practices in business, and its goals is ultimately the creation of a nearly error-free business environment.
Hello class, today we will overview Six Sigma.
Professor Siegfried, who developed Six Sigma?
Well Jack, Six Sigma is a business management strategy originally developed by Motorola in the United States of America in 1986. Today, it is widely used in many sectors of industry.
Professor, just what does Six Sigma do?
Well Jack, Six Sigma seeks to improve the quality of process outputs by identifying and removing the causes of defects, errors, and minimizing variability in manufacturing and business processes. It uses a set of quality management methods, including statistical methods, and creates a special infrastructure of employees within the organization. Employees become trained as black belts, green belts, etc., and are experts in these methods. Each Six Sigma project carried out within an organization follows a defined sequence of steps and has quantified financial targets, cost reduction and/or profit increase. The term Six Sigma originated from terminology associated with manufacturing, specifically terms associated with statistical modeling of manufacturing processes. The maturity of a manufacturing process can be described by a sigma rating indicating its yield, or the percentage of defect-free products it creates. A Six Sigma process is one in which 99.99966% of the products manufactured are statistically expected to be free of defects. 3.4 defects per million. Motorola set a goal of Six Sigma for all of its manufacturing operations, and this goal became a byword for the management and engineering practices used to achieve it.
Professor, are there problems with companies adopting a Six Sigma strategy?
The only danger, Jack, is that companies can be so focused internally on process improvements and improving operational cost savings, they lose focus on growing top-line sales.
Six Sigma has been so successful because it dispenses with some of the more cumbersome aspects of older business implementation methodologies, and as such it has risen to become one of the most respected and followed project management system. Many of the world's most successful companies utilize the principle of Six Sigma because customers in today's business environment expect excellence, and companies must be willing to deliver it if they want to survive in today's highly competitive marketplace. History of Six Sigma. The concept of Six Sigma were created by the company Motorola in the 1980s under the leadership of Bob Galvin, the company's chief executive officer's CEO. In the early 1970s, a Japanese company took control of a Motorola factory that manufactured television. The quality of the television was very low, and Motorola hired a firm to investigate the problems to implement a solution. The scientific method, Six Sigma, applies the scientific method to business. The scientific method is a very precise approach used by scientists to invent, discover, and test their theories. Any discovery or theory that does not closely follow the scientific method is not regarded as a valid experiment. The principle of Six Sigma follow these important elements of the scientific method. Observation. Closely examine the operation of our business. Draft an explanation or theory. The summaries are observation. Develop prediction of future events based on our observation and theory. Make experiment to test our prediction. Adjust our theory if necessary based on our experiment. Six Sigma versus older project management methodologies. There have been many process and quality improvement initiatives used before Six Sigma, but they differ in several important ways. Traditional process improvement initiatives focus almost exclusively on the manufacturing process, while Six Sigma is concerned with the analysis of data across a broad spectrum of a business. It analyzes all aspects of the business environment with a special emphasis on efficiency. Balancing roles and responsibilities in Six Sigma. Any new initiatives in a financial services business will require some job shifting. Some people will have to stop what they have been doing and take on different responsibilities. Some may be required to add new responsibility onto an already crowded slate. Both types of reassignments are common with Six Sigma and Lean Six Sigma. Organizations not only have dedicated resources such as champions and full-time black belts, but also have people who must squeeze Six Sigma work in with their ongoing job responsibilities. A typical model used for this purpose is called RACI, pronounced RACI, which stands for responsibility. People who are expected to actively participate in the activity and contribute to the best of their abilities. Accountability, the person who is ultimately responsible for the result. Apart from MRP, other concepts and systems have been developed which also recognize the importance of planning to known capacity constraints rather than overloading part of the production system and failing to meet the plan. The best known practice uses the theory of constraint TOC, which has been developed to focus attention on the capacity constraint or bottleneck parts of the operation. By identifying the location of constraint, working to remove them, and then looking for the next constraint, an operation is always focusing on the part that critically determines the pace of the output. OPT principle, balance flow, not capacity. The level of utilization of a non-bottleneck is determined by some other constraint in the system, not by its own capacity. Utilization and activation of a resource are not the same. An hour lost as a bottleneck is an hour forever out of the system. An hour saved at a non-bottleneck is a mirage. Bottlenecks govern both a throughput and inventory in the system. Transfer batch may not and many times should not equal the process batch. The process batch should be variable, not fixed. OPT should not be viewed as a replacement to MRP, nor is it impossible to run both together. However, the philosophy of OPT outlines show a definite conflict with the way that many businesses run their MRP system in practice. While MRP as a concept does not prescribe fixed lead times or fixed batch sizes, many operations run MRP with these elements fixed for simplicity. However, as demand, supply and the process within a manufacturing operation all present unplanned variation on the dynamic basic. Bottleneck therefore are dynamic, changing the location and their severity. For this reason, lead times are rarely constant over time. Using OPT, the bottleneck work center becomes a drum beating the pace for the rest of the factory. This drumbeat determines the schedules in non-bottleneck and environments, putting throughout the rope in line with the bottleneck capacity, not the capacity of the work center. A bottleneck should never be allowed to be working at less than full capacity. Therefore, inventory buffers should be placed before it to ensure it never runs out of work. Over years, the manufacturing business has remarkably blossomed and new manufacturers are sprouting everywhere. What makes some manufacturers be referred as world-class while others are not? It looks at some of the secrets of world-class manufacturers and their habits. It further elaborates on what makes them successful. Preventive maintenance. Investing in preventive maintenance is crucial in manufacturing. The ultimate goal is to prevent equipment from breaking down before it actually does. This helps in reducing the breakdown time and hence prevents the company from undergoing heavy losses without any output in the production unit. Errors and defects in the production process are detected and culminated before they result in heavy losses. Key performance indicators (KPI). Every world-class manufacturer has key performance indicators, which basically are quantifiable measurements that are agreed beforehand. They reflect important success factors for the manufacturer. They vary depending on the investor. Generally speaking, meeting these indicators are the ultimate signs that the manufacturer is meeting its goals and objectives. Quality assurance. World-class manufacturers value their customer. They go to the extra mile to know whether they are attaining the expectation of their customer. Where they find a disparity, they look for possible causes. In a nutshell, it is their business to ensure that the customer is happy. It is an approach that is process-driven with an aim of attaining the goals. Basically, the customer is their king. Reduction of production costs. Manufacturers are businessmen. Their aim is to maximize profits. One basic tenet of doing this is to minimize the cost of production. Some of the most commonly applied tactics are employing a cost-effective design, reducing the actual cost of production, use of alternative sources of energy. Electricity is very expensive. It forms the bulk of the bills that manufacturers pay. World-class manufacturers use alternative sources of power in a bid to minimize production expenses. Renewable sources are particularly favored. Human resource management. Human resources are crucial for all organizations. World-class manufacturers hire professionals who are fully qualified for the job and train their employees adequately. They also ensure that employees keep abreast with changes in the field alongside motivating them. Investigating in technology. Good manufacturers know that they have to invest in technology. Times have evolved rapidly. Technology has revolutionized the world, more so in the manufacturing industry. Automating processes are of the utmost importance. So is investing in software that manages the processes, people and the plant as a whole. That is where enterprise resource planning, ERP software and customer relationship management, CRM software come in. It makes work easy. It makes management an easy job. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. World-class manufacturing is a collection of concepts which set standard for production and manufacturing for another organization to follow. World-class manufacturing requires an overall willingness to establish closer connection with everyone from suppliers to workers. Management is responsible for directing the manufacturing organization's journey to world-class status and for creating an organizational culture committed to all that is necessary for achieving continuous improvement. Vendor managed inventory (VMI) is an agreement between the supplier and the retailer of merchandise. In the traditional relationship, the customer has an incentive to keep inventory lean by placing small frequent orders. This is called the just-in-time (JIT) concept. Electronic data interchange (EDI) is used to transfer electronic documents or business data from one computer system to another computer system.